Welcome, dear friends. We are here with our author, Valery Kazakouski, Grandmaster, and with the CEO of modern chess, Grandmaster Grigor Grigorov. Welcome, everybody. How are you?
Hello.
We are fine. Yeah.
All right. Yeah.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
You are the sixth author in the sequence of the videos. Yeah. And I think Grigor wants to ask you a few questions. Yeah.
Yeah.
Sure.
From me, Valery. Of course, every chess player knows a lot of things about you. You're a progressing player. You have already very big successes. But for our general audience, can you tell a few words about yourself?
Of course. Yeah. Originally, I'm from Belarus, but I'm playing for Lithuania for almost 6 years now. Yeah, I'm playing chess since I was 7, so it's almost 18 years. Yeah, but if compared with other kinds of sports, 18 years is not a big experience in chess, I think. Yeah. Yeah. And yeah, I'm a player and I'm also a coach, so I'm really interested to understand a lot of openings and concepts. That's why also I was interested to participate in the challenge, because I just found it very interesting to, first of all, try myself in it, because I never participated in such events. And from that aside, I think it's very useful to understand like analysis, how I can improve myself, and also to find some interesting ideas in the openings, which could be useful for me as a player and as a coach, for example. And of course, for the audience.
Yeah.
So, Valery, what is your current rating and what are your chess goals like a player? Yeah.
Well, my current rating is 2584. On the peak, it was 2608, I think. So, well, my first goal is to be in top 100, because I think it will be also kind of a historical event, because, for example, in Lithuanian chess, there was anybody who had the rating more than, I think, 26, 34, something like that. So that's my
Who
goal.
was the top? Who was the top, the highest?
I think Eduardo Rosenthalis.
All right, yeah, of course.
Yeah. But at that time, he was not only in top 100, I think he was around top 30, I think.
20, 30, yeah.
So, yeah. So that's my goal. It's quite difficult one, because a lot of strong players are rising. They have maybe not the big rating, but they're very talented, very strong, very young. So I think, as you can say as well, it's kind of hard to gain rating, for example. But it's always interesting.
It's easy to lose it. It's easy to lose it.
It's very easy to lose it, of course. Yeah.
Okay, very well. So if you want now, we can discuss a little bit your choices against Jobava London at the beginning, and then what you suggest against the classical London.
Yeah, of course. Yeah. Well, my choice, my choice wasn't very obvious, because I had an experience playing bishop f5, c5, a6, e6. I tried a lot of moves, and I saw some practical problems after bishop f5, because there is some f3 and g4 ideas, for example. Maybe by the engine is not very bad for black, but practically it can be very unpleasant, because white are getting a lot of space. So I was concerned like what to do with black. And I remember the main idea for white is to play knight b5 at some point. So I wanted to find something new.
So Valery, before you spoil your move, yeah, because it's a quite a creative move, let me ask you one question, yeah? Out of 7 authors, nobody suggested the main move e6. It was quite incredible for me to see it, yeah? Nobody suggested e6, the main move.
Yeah,
why do you
think, well, my opinion is that everybody thought that it's very obvious to play e6 is one of the main moves, and it's actually it's a good move, probably one of the best, but I think everybody wanted to keep the idea to have this light squared bishop active. Maybe that was the choice because I saw there were ideas like c5 and knight h5. Always you are keeping in mind that you want to play bishop f5 or bishop g4. But after e6, the possibilities with this light squared bishop are pretty restricted. So maybe I think that was the reason. Yeah.
Right. It was very interesting to see it. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. So I was deciding like maybe c6 is the move, but I thought it can be quite passive. And I think if white are not playing c4, then why we cannot keep in mind the idea of playing c5? But we need to cover the b5 square. So I decided, why not bishop d7? And at first it looked very suspicious because this move goes, how to say, not by the opening principles. Like we're not playing actively, but we're covering the b5 square, which is very important. And we're keeping in mind that we want to play e6 and c5 and fight for the control over the center. And also, if compared with the bishop f5 move, I think it's very important. Then we're avoiding these f3 ideas, because after bishop d7, f3 move is kind of empty. We can fight for the initiative after bishop d7, f3, we can play c5 immediately. So that's, I think, was the reason why I felt like, why not to try it? And also, I found that from one side, it's the move which was tried by strong grandmasters, but from the other side, by the database, it was, I think, on 8th place by the amount of games. So I thought that, okay, why not to try? At least it will be interesting.
Yeah, very interesting concept. I just want to ask you one interesting question. When it comes to covering the b5 square, in your opinion, what is the practical advantage of bishop d7 over a6, let's say?
Of course, I would compare with a6 and c6, I think, as well. Of course, if to compare with c6, then it's obvious. We want to play c5, so c6 move looks more passive. But with the a6, the difference is that at some point we want to change this bishop and have pawns on light squares while having dark squared bishop. So we don't have any bad pieces. Actually, this idea looks very similar, like, in Slav defense, when you're playing bishop f5 or bishop g4, you're changing bishop for.
We can show an example of this line.
Yeah. For example, here, e3 and something like that. Yeah. For example, also. We can find in another line when white are not taking on d5, they're playing, let's say, knight f3 in the Slav. Yeah.
C4,
c6, knight f3, knight f6, e3, and bishop g4. And the idea is kind of the same. We want to put the bishop to g4 and to e5, then play e6, and we don't have any bad pieces. We have pretty good control over the center. Of course, white are getting something from it. They're getting pair of bishops, for example, but usually it's not a problem for black. I can say from my experience as well. Yeah, so the idea was kind of similar, especially if white wants to play very actively with knight b5 idea. Yeah. So
I see.
Yeah,
very well.
A6 is very active idea because black are keeping in mind this b5 and bishop b7 idea. Of course, but it's completely different approach. Yeah,
of course. Okay.
Yeah,
very interesting. Yeah. All right.
Yeah,
and I think we should go for the London. Yeah.
Yeah.
What is your recommendation against the London?
I tried a lot of moves here. I tried c5, e6, c6. Also, I think g6. Yeah, I tried it as well. But I always had this question: what if we will play almost with the same ideas as white do, but then we will change it a little bit so we have different ideas? So that's why I decided why not to try bishop f5, because from one side it looks like we're playing just to repeat white's moves and we're playing just for a draw, but it's not the case actually. We're fighting for the initiative. That's why, for example, after e3 e6 bishop d3, we're playing knight e4.
94.
That's the idea. And it looks a little bit early to play knight e4 because we need to develop our pieces. But from the other side, we're having a lot of active possibilities. For example, at some point we want to play g5, or we can just complete our development after that, so knight d7 and bishop e7. But the main point is that we're avoiding piece exchanges. So that's the main reason, and that's why we're keeping possibilities to play for a win with black, because the London system is like one of the hardest openings to play against with black. If you want to play for a win, it's very hard. You need to know a lot of theoretical lines, and even after that, it's not a guarantee that you will have real chances. So
Valery, you're not the only one. Also, another author, Felix Bloch, 5 with the same explanation like you, that they're playing actual black. Yeah, so it'll be very interesting to see.
Yeah. Of course. Yeah, and I just thought that from one side this idea is pretty simple. From the other side, it also gives black chances to play for a win. So I think that was the reason. And also bishop f5 is not a very popular move, so you can surprise your opponent, for example.
Okay, not as with bishop d7, but
yeah, of course, yeah. Bishop d7 here doesn't make a lot of sense since white can play c4 here, but but bishop f5 is very interesting. Yeah, I think.
Yeah, it's very interesting to see. Probably, of course, we will see it later in your analysis, how you can handle such classical positions arising after bishop f5 and maintain winning chances by trying to create imbalances a bit later in the game. This will be very interesting for me.
Also, I think it's for me, Grigor, that every author against both the London and Jobava London focused a lot on the bishop on c8. Yeah.
Yes.
This was quite interesting because I never focused so much on the bishop on c8. Yeah, but
I think that's kind of one of the main problems for black in a lot of openings after d4, but after e4 as well, actually. So I think that's the reason why everybody tries to solve this problem, because I think everybody struggled at least few times in the game. So
Okay, me and Pierre, we're French defense players, and we don't want to solve this problem so quickly.
I want to keep it hidden on c8 and then...
Yes.
But it's completely... here we at least have some chances to solve this problem,
Yes, indeed. I must say, very interesting concepts. This bishop d7 is extremely interesting try, very rare approach. And I thank you for these explanations and wish you good luck in the competition.
Yeah, thank you very much. Thank you.
Great. Good luck, Valery. Great.
Thank you.
Thank you.